Hey guys, it's Luke from Land 9 Nation, and today we're going to be reviewing the Iron Skull Sub Attack. Let me just get the Mark 1 out of the way and collect the figures, and then we'll take a look at them. So yeah. First on our list of figures is the Iron Skull. Iron, not red. Anyway, so I had an extra, it came with an extra breath mask, so I just thought I'd put it on the skull, because like it's an underwater set, and Red Skull had no protection whatsoever. Anyway, it totally does not make sense. I mean, he's not Aquaman. Anyway, so yeah, here's his face. Let me zoom in on this figure, on this quaking figure. Here's his face, the front of his torso, his feet. Here's the back of his torso. So yeah, I'm going to put his breath mask back on, because this is an underwater set, people. It's underwater. Seriously. Didn't get the memo? Anyway, next up is a properly outfitted figure, the Hydra Diver. It's basically a Hydra soldier with diving equipment and flippers. With a breath mask and flippers. That's his diving equipment. Anyway, so here's his head. He's also got goggles. And his mouth is covered. Breath mask shape. So basically, this figure could be fine without it. It's just LEGO likes using new accessories. And here's the front. Here's the front of his torso. Here's the back of his torso. Here's the back of his head. The back of the Red Skull's head is blank. I mean, jeez. How inconsiderate. Anyway, hey, let me put his breath mask back on, and we'll get to Scuba Captain America, who also has a breath mask, which I will now take off. So yeah, here's his head, here's the back of his head, here's his torso, here's the back of his torso. Better look at it anyway. Sorry, just focusing on the camera. Anyway, this is exactly the same figure as Space Captain America, except he has flippers instead of a jetpack. That's literally it. And just so you know, just like the Age of Ultron shield, it's red, not maroon. So yeah, they definitely improved there. Personally, I like the red shield. It looks cooler. Anyway, so yeah, which brings us to the final figure, and personally my favorite, Scuba Iron Man. Pretty nice detailing on the helmet. I like the little circles. Anyway, I'm going to be focusing this camera a lot. And I really like this little RT piece, arc reactor piece here. And of course, like all Tony Stark has, there are two expressions. Ow, hey, bad. There are two expressions. Sorry about that, by the way. Two expressions, angry and calm. And another thing I like about this figure is they didn't just put, like, wiring and the RT and stuff like that, you know, the inside of the suit. They put a whole nother torso on there. So, this minifigure is a complete minifigure, even without the armor. Which, by the way, did I show you this thing? I don't know what it is, if it's like a jetpack or something. But it's really cool, and it's really simple, which is good. Anyway, so yeah, here's the front of the torso. Here's a better look at the feet. Here's the back of the torso. Oh, anyway, so yeah, full minifigure, best minifigure ever. And by the way, the one thing I don't like about this figure is the flame pieces. They are just all they are is a pain in the patootie. It would still be a cool figure. Sorry, pain in the tushy. Anyway, it would still be a complete figure even without the flame pieces. So here's what we're going to do. Bye-bye, flame pieces. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You can just chill out over there and get lost or something. I don't care. In fact, let's take them off Iron Skull, because we don't want him to be uncomfortable with things on his hands either. I mean, we're not evil. Let's just get rid of the flame pieces, of the useless flame pieces, because nobody wants them. Nobody needs them. They can just go on out. They can just peace out. Anyway, so yeah, before get to the giant submarine, which I have expertly elevated so that it's out of the way. And so that a certain function can work, which I will show later. Let's get to the Hydra Diver's little watercraft. It's got some guns for him to use, and it's got a gun of its own. So, like, if the smaller guns aren't working, he can just... If the smaller handguns aren't working, he can just shoot them with the big giant cannon. He can just shoot the Avengers with the big giant cannon. And I've been repeating myself. I know I do that. Please don't critique me. Don't judge. Anyway, personally, I think this guy is just handing out guns to other Hydra divers. Personally, it just looks like it just kind of looks like he would be going around saying, hey, dude, you want a gun? It's like, hey, dude, you want a gun? No. 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 Wait, what, the Iron Man? Pew! Anyway, so yeah, which brings us to the big mama. The big thing of the set. Yeah, this thing has a lot of features. It's got stud guns, a few cool things. It's also got a prison cell. It's got stud guns on both sides. Hang on, we're experiencing technical difficulties. Please do not cry. Can't believe I said that. Anyway, so yeah, the cockpit is really cool. You can actually open this up and fit a guy in here, like Iron Skull. Especially now that his feet things his stupid flame pieces are removed. I mean, jeez, studs. You couldn't invent a cooler flame piece. You couldn't just invent a cool flame piece. Is that too much to ask? Anyway, you put Iron Skull in here. He looks really awesome. He looks like, oh yeah, I'm cool. Anyway, so yeah, which brings us to the prison cell. This thing is pretty cool. In several ways. For one thing, you see these little yellow things back here? Well, these can bend down and you can push the cell down. So it's like the cell can be floating there and you can be like, get in that cell, Captain America. Oh man, I've been captured. So yeah, it's a base, and you can also, if I can do it without breaking stuff. And no, I cannot. So yeah, basically, it's just a window piece. It's just 3 doors with a door piece and a window piece on the other sides. Really not that complicated. Anyway, you open the door, you take the minifigure, you put him inside. Of course, I'm going to take his shield off because, like, why would they give him his shield? I mean, he could just break the cell. You put him in there. And you attach him to these things here, so that he's attached to the sub. And then you bring him up, and you lock him down with these things, and then you've just made Iron Man's job a lot harder. Another cool thing about this is these right here. Let me just take these off of the thing. Is these right here. These actually open, and you can store studs in them, which I thought was cool. Anyway, so yeah, there's a couple dozen studs in there. It's really cool. Anyway, I'm gonna bring the thing back up now. I'm gonna put the thing back up on its pedestal now, on its little things now, because that was awesome. That was awesome to have it like floating there. I'm going to have to do that to the Avenger in the next video. Anyway, so yeah, pretty cool sub. Not that much. Not that big a set. Still cool though. So yeah, again, I'm Luke from Land Nation. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And, by the way, hey,